individual mailboxes, and the actual mailbox was broken. I guess whoever had lived there before.
Sorry, I mean, like, could you not like open it, or was?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was just the lock. Something was wrong with the lock.
Oh, okay.
And they were expecting to have a maintenance person come replace it, and they never. They didn't tell us about the issue until I went up to the front desk and asked them why I couldn't open our mailbox, and they were like, "Oh, your mailbox is actually broken. Like someone was supposed to tell you that you were supposed to get a new key."
Okay.
And then when the keys came in, we weren't notified about the keys coming in, so we were just like kind of waiting for them to let us know when our mail could be picked
So it
up.
sounds like just communication was
Yeah.
just blown out the roof. Okay, yeah. So communication for a big part in there. If they were to, at the beginning, do you think if they were like, listen, you know, you're moving in here, we found out your key to your mailbox isn't working, we're really sorry, but we're working on it. Do you think that that would have helped out the situation?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
I mean, those things happen, but I would have liked to know.
Exactly.
You just didn't have mail for like a month.
Yeah. And I was waiting on things to come in, and I had no idea that.
Just prying the
Yeah.
box out with the crowbar. What about you?
So for me, it's my sister, which is the reason why I live in a house. And I know multiple people who this has happened to now, but she...
So are you saying that this happened to your sister?
Yes. This happened
Okay,
to
and
my
that's
sister.
great. If you guys don't have a situation but know someone else, that's great too.
So her apartment complex, she lived on the first floor, and she graduated, like 2 years ago, so it was the year we got a crap ton of rain. And her apartment flooded. She probably had about 6 or 7 inches of water in her apartment, and they would not give her a new apartment, and they would not break her contract.
Wow.
So they just told her, like, hey, I think she had 3 months left in her contract. And they're like, oh, well, we can't do anything about it. You have a contract, but we also can't give you another apartment. So she was commuting back and forth to Oklahoma City to my parents' house.
Wow.
And having to come to school because she like couldn't take anything out of her apartment. We had to like take her shoes off, roll her pants up, take like her electronics out. And it ruined a lot of them because like your extension cord's on the ground, your charger's on the ground. And so that ended up being like a couple $1,000s of
Right, yeah.
things that went wrong. And eventually, I think it took her like 3 weeks of showing up to the front desk every day yelling at the manager, like for them to break her lease.
Yeah, and that, I would ask you what they could do better there, but I think we kind of covered it. I think that's an extreme case that we can't really get into. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was that, and that's what I knew exactly what you were talking about when you said they defend the apartment complex instead
Yes,
of
that's where I was
tenant
going
living
with that.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
which is why I live in a house now.
Yeah. All right, Jabal.
If I'm trying to contact the manager, I want them to have a genuine response, and I want them to actually follow through on what they say. I mean, there's been cases in the past where I've contacted management, and they're like, blah blah blah, so sorry, whatever, we'll get that fixed, and then they don't do anything. Really got to be on their ass, like in person, for them to actually get to do anything. But if I could just email them once and just say, hey, this is what I need done, and if they tell me we can't do that, that's fine. Just be upfront with me. But the fact that I have to be in person like every day to get them to do something, that irks me more than not being able to do it at all.
Do you have like a specific example of that?
Like our dishwasher going out. I mean, they said it would take however many days, like 3 or 4 days or whatever, and it ended up taking 2 weeks of me going down there probably every 2 or 3 days saying, what's up with our dishwasher? And they said, oh, it'll be here tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. But
So if they, communication, I guess has kind of been a big, theme here, is that you just want them to be like, they had to order, in our case, they had to order a dishwasher. If they'd have been like, emailed you and said, hey, look, this is what's going on, we have to email our dishwashers, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
Talk about an amenity that I want, and we've got to order your dishwasher, it's going to be, it's back ordered, it's late, or something like that. It'd just be, a lot better.
And if they say, it's going to take us 2 weeks to fix your dishwasher, and then, in reality, they think it's only going to take a week, and they tell me 2 weeks, I'm okay with that. And if they were to get it done before the deadline that they give me, then I'm going to be happy. But if they tell me, 3 days and then it takes a week, I'm going to be pissed off.
Right. So you would say either complete transparency or like aim for longer and then finish faster.
Right.
Always. Okay. Joey, what about you?
My Wi-Fi went out in my room for maybe a couple of weeks.
Just your room individually?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like a couple days, it took a couple weeks. And then they got there and said, if we can't do anything, you're gonna have to call like your provider. And I'm, why'd you even come then? You know that you're not gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah. Like an email there could have been great.
Yeah. And then we eventually called our ISP. They weren't very helpful, and then we eventually just fixed it ourselves. But
Wow, interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
it was just a loose wire somewhere.
Mhm.
Like, okay, well, that was a waste of time.
Okay. Wow, I'm trying to dissect that. Okay, yeah, so there's a lot of things there. You could
Maybe a
almost-
little more like knowledge about what our problem was, which I guess is on us because we weren't very specific, but we didn't know anything, just our Wi-Fi wasn't working. So
That's not
maybe-
your problem.
Right.
It's not your problem to know what's going on.
Yeah,
You should
right.
just be able to tell them and they fix it.
And I would say that also kind of lies into knowledge that the maintenance and staff has of what's going on. Because like you said, that you had to call out the ISP, but, you know, why did that one guy show up? So that would be something, you know, if everyone was knowledgeable and you knew that, you know, that would be great to just send out an email like, hey, we see that you're having this problem. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to handle that. You'll have to contact whoever.
Did they come in and fix it, or did they like tell you how to fix it?
We called them, and then they had a technician come out a couple days later. The ISP was better than the apartment.
Okay.
I think it's also if they knew like they couldn't provide the service and if they provided like information about the ISP in the first place, like, oh, like we'll have a text sent out, at the same time contact your ISP provider like about this issue, you know, and then like go from there. Then he has like multiple outlets to look at the same time.
Right. Definitely.
Versus just one, and then waiting for that one to like.
So my assumption is whoever picked up the phone probably just put in an online request that was like maintenance.
Mhm.
Like you have the drop down, like, do you need like mechanical, do you need technology, whatever, and they just click the button and submit it.
Griffin?
So my problems are pretty minuscule.
Yeah, because I know you're in a special case where it's just like you rent out a condo.
Yeah,
you know?
I pretty much live in a house, but it's like technically a condo.
Mhm.
It's in an apartment complex, but I live at the edge, so it's pretty spread out. And I actually haven't complained about any of this stuff yet, but it really bothers me.
All right, let it out.
My tree right next to my balcony is overgrown. Like I can reach out and grab the tree. I've almost myself gone and gotten a pole saw just because I don't know. There's obviously nobody that just drives around and like looks at the outside appearance of what goes on at the edge. Because there's like dead grass, there's overgrown trees everywhere, and then also the parking lot. I guess people treat it like a road. People go like 25 plus, like speed down there. They need to put in speed bumps before someone gets killed. People drive too damn fast.
Oh, man. Complain about the landscape.
When you almost get
God damn it, boys!
when you almost get hit every day, not every day, it's not that, but like people zoom by me all the time. I'm just trying to walk to my truck. It's pretty scary. I would like make sure to like extra look because I live like on the corner.
Yeah, I also go fast down that road.
Not don't do that.
Yeah.
Can't confirm people.